Now, let's take a quick look at all the market movements this past week. U.S. stocks rebounded on the last trading day of the week. Wall Street was buoyed or cooler than expected inflation data. The Dow Jones Industrial Average surged over 1% after brutal 1,100-point drop earlier in the week. The S&P 500 rose 1.09%, while the Nasdaq composite advanced 1.03%. European markets ended the week on a sour note, with the pan-European stock 600 index declining 0.78%. Almost all major indexes in Europe saw losses, reflecting investor concerns about economic growth and geopolitical tensions. The European Union faced fresh uncertainty as U.S. President-elect Donald Trump suggested new tariffs on the bloc unless it increased oil and gas imports from the U.S. Meanwhile, global demand concerns and weak inflation data weighed on sentiment. European stocks face further challenges as investors await the impact of tightening monetary policies and potential political instability in key regions. Asian markets mostly retreated on Friday, with Japan's Nikkei 225 falling 0.29%, while South Korea's Kospi dropped 1.3%. The region's performance was shaped by a combination of weaker than expected inflation data in Japan and cautious sentiment ahead of China's rate decisions. The People's Bank of China kept its key loan prime rates unchanged, which did little to reassure investors who are worried about the slowing economy. Crude oil prices saw minimal movement on Friday as traders weighed the impact of global demand concerns and the cooling U.S. inflation data. Brent crude rose by 6 cents to $72.94 per barrel, while West Texas Intermediate gained 8 cents to close at $69.46. Both benchmarks ended the week down about 2.5%. Gold extended its gains on Friday, supported by a weaker U.S. dollar and a decline in Treasury yields following the release of cooling U.S. inflation data. Spot gold rose 1.1% to $2,623 per ounce, while U.S. gold futures increased by 1.4% to $2,643. The softer inflation print and weaker dollar made gold more attractive to overseas buyers, strengthening its appeal as a safe haven asset. Bitcoin hovered around the $97,000 mark, recovering from earlier losses. The digital asset dipped below $93,000 before bouncing back. While Bitcoin's price has more than doubled this year, driven by favorable developments like the launch of spot exchange-traded funds and the election win of Trump, who has supported pro-crypto policies. Looking ahead, markets will focus on key economic indicators, including U.S. GDP growth and consumer confidence data, to gauge the health of the economy. In Europe, the ongoing political uncertainty and trade developments with the U.S. will be crucial for sentiment.